Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a product review, and it is on the Double Wear Foundation Stay in Place Makeup by Estee Lauder. When I bought this, everyone kind of wanted to know what it was like, as it is quite a raved about product. I finally got my hands on this little product here because I wanted to see if it really was worth the hype. The retail price for this product is £28.50. You may be able to get it cheaper from Amazon or eBay or places like that, but I bought it straight from Boots. I don't know how much it is from the Estee Lauder counter because I know that some places do sell it for £21, but I just went straight to Boots. Like I just wanted to get it and that was it. I got matched up there. I didn't waste time and trying to look through all of the shades. I just said to the woman, can you match me please? And she did a pretty good job at it. Although I cannot wear it at the moment. Last week we had a little bit of heat in England and I sunbathed and my skin got a little bit darker, so I actually cannot wear this. So this is now back hidden in the back of my kit until next winter, which is kind of depressing as I spent nearly £30 on it just a few weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to start with the pros because there are some cons to this product, but there are definitely more pros than there are cons. First pro is that it stays in place all night. It really is a stay in place makeup and it does do what it says. It doesn't move, it doesn't budge, and it literally just stays on all night. I've always got compliments when I wear this foundation and they always wonder how it kind of stays all night and it still looks the same when I leave, which is great. It's definitely a long wear foundation. The problem that I find with so many foundations, I find that they oxidize really quickly, they go orangey colour, they look really oily, like it just doesn't look good. But this one 100% doesn't. It's really good for oily skin because it literally stays matte all night. You don't need to constantly reapply powder. You don't need to be worrying that your skin is going oily, and you don't need to worry about your makeup slipping off. It's 100% going to hold up the oil. I don't have excessively oily skin. I have oily combo. I have oily in the T-zone around the nose and on the chin. Definitely works for oily combo skin. It has medium to full coverage. I don't particularly like full coverage, even though I have, surprisingly, I have a lot to cover. I don't like the full coverage look. I tend to go for more light to medium and then get the rest of my coverage from concealer. That way I feel it looks a little bit more natural, because I don't like to make it look like I'm wearing loads of makeup, because it's not what I kind of prefer, but I guess it's all just personal preference. But this can be a full coverage if you want it to be. You just have to build it up. It's very easily buildable. I haven't obviously applied 2 layers, so I don't know what it looks like, but yeah, so it is medium to full coverage. The foundation is very powder based, so what I mean by that is it's a foundation to powder finish, and that's how it feels like on the skin. So it goes instantly matte. There's no shine, there's no stickiness, it literally just feels like a liquid to powder foundation. So in turn, obviously great for oily skin. Now getting onto the cons. First con for me is the price. It is a high-end product and it is Estee Lauder, but it is a bit pricey. I don't tend to spend that much on foundations. I wouldn't say that this is good for dry skin. If you have dry skin or at least dry patches, then I would not recommend this foundation. It basically just clung to all the dry areas on my face and left me feeling really tight. So it felt like if I'd smile, like my foundation would crack. If you have dry skin or at least dry areas, then this would be too full for you, too dry. Another con is that it dries extremely quickly, so when you're blending on your face, it becomes quite hard to blend in, so you have to be really quick. It's quite a thick liquid, and because it is a foundation to powder finish, it does dry extremely quickly, so when you're blending it in, you really have to go really fast. I'll show you some of the ways that I've applied this foundation. Firstly, I use the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. This one is really good for all kind of foundations, but you basically just buff it in, and this does work quite well with the actual drying speed of the foundation. If you do kind of struggle with how fast it dries, because honestly it does dry really quickly, then use the Real Techniques complexion sponge. Dampen it first, then it doesn't soak up all your product, because you don't want that, so use it damp. And also when you use it damp, it gives a more natural finish. That's how I apply the foundation anyway, because I do prefer a more natural look. So I use this, and this kind of evens it all out. Like I said, I do like a natural finish with foundation and then, you know, make up for it with concealer. but this foundation is a tiny bit cakey for me, even when I apply it with the sponge, and even if I apply it lightly, it does look a little bit thick. Just for my liking, I'm not sure, you know, it is all about personal preference. With this foundation, you are guaranteed to look like you are wearing makeup, so that is why I only wear it when I go out, or when I could. Now I can't because of my skin colour, but that's why I only used to wear it when I go out. The other reason why I wear it when I go out is because it has a low SPF, so it doesn't give me a white cast in flash photography, so that's another pro. The last thing to say about this is the fact that it doesn't have a pump. It gets quite messy, and I prefer foundations with pumps. You can, you know, you can get a different pump, you can borrow one from a different foundation, which is probably what I'm going to do. But as you can see, obviously when you're pouring that onto your hand, it does get quite messy, and it does get all on the bottle as well, which I don't really like. But overall, I think it's a really great foundation. I bought it for coverage and for the fact that I have oily skin. I do have scarring. I don't suffer so much at the moment with huge pimples and big red massive blotches that I need to cover. I suffer a lot with red scarring, purple scarring. I do 100% recommend it. You just got to take the cons into consideration as well. I hope that review was helpful for you. If you want any more reviews on any products, then let me know and I'll try and get my hands on the products for you. I hope that the video quality is good still trying to get used to it. Literally, it's kind of difficult. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of settings. I think I've got it down, but I'm not too sure. I guess I've just got to keep playing with it and everything like that. So I hope that it's good and it's better than my other camera. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day. Subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Also, the other reason